Down there.
Yelpis Stone. Once it is destroyed, the ether cannons are out of fuel.
Yep, the Anubis robot is back. And it has an Ankh as a weapon. and why Willian? Or is it like a German thing where like you pronounce the W's as V's? So it's Vivian? I don't know. I am not sure. Your assault ends here, fiends.
It's that sky armor again. That means the others are...
I remember that sky armor now. That's... I mean, YYon just sounds weird. I'm gonna go with Vivian. And hope that there's a phonetic thing in the options. A famous Doppelsodner. Sodner. Yeah, when it has the two things on over the O. I don't know if that means you say it O or oo. I do not know. A famous Doppelsodner. And I know of you as well, Band of the Iron Bull. What madness has befallen you to take such a mission? What did Gravel snore you with? What gold do they not possess? Do you even realize what you're dealing with? We need to get past him. Then we smash the stone. Not if I smash your skulls first, you fools. So the mech is actually our size. Like on the beach, you know, like the ones that we got out of, it seemed like they were much bigger than we were, since when like kneeling. I mean, so is this a mech or is this just like a large person in armor? Like more like an Iron Man suit than it is a mech. Let's see. They're weak against wind, it seems. Strong against earth. So we'll do a motivating words on everybody. And this lasts for 4 turns. That's good. We got a good amount of time on that. So we'll do an armor break. Let's see. Already low. We'll do a poison smash. So we got defense break, mind break, and poison now. If we fire burst, we'll go back a little. Okay, 97 damage. That's nice. Do a cross slash. That's a good amount of damage. Don't need to heal anyone just yet, so if we attack you... Yeah, it just occurred to me that we can't see their health. Which means it doesn't matter. All hope is now lost. Or maybe that's just how it is for bosses. Maybe bosses, you don't get to see how much health they have. So you're always like wondering like how close you are. Let's see. Water prison. Yeah, water prison's not worth it. It is not worth it to water prison. It is worth it to do that, though. Let's see. Okay, one left on that, so I might as well do it now. Then we will heal you. Poison is still on for another 2 rounds. So we just do an attack. Yeah, like attacking does more damage than using the spell. Oh, the dynamite guy did show up.
Hey, scumbag, try this dynamite.
I can't believe that worked out. It's not detonating. Maybe we can give it a smack?
Or maybe we can give it a smack.
Are you serious? Yeah, with fire. Bam, baby. Nice. That honestly, that was. See that right there. Honestly, if this is the only time that happens throughout the entire game, I will be so sad. I'll be so sad if this is the only time that making a decision in the game has an effect like that. Because that right there is quite possibly my favorite turn-based RPG moment ever. Like this just like made the books of doing something in a turn-based game that has never been done. And I'm not saying that, you know, there's like obviously the Final Fantasy games, there's plenty of like NPCs doing like weird things, but this is something that seemingly only happened because we chose one of 2 options during the start of the game. We talked to that guy. So that's specifically what I'm referring to. I'm not talking about like NPCs showing up and doing stuff. I'm talking about like an NPC showing up and doing something because of something we did. Like if that's the only time it happens, I'll be very sad. Yeah, so that'll move us out of overdrive. Do we want to move ourselves out of overdrive though? We only have that for 1 more round, so we'll just refresh. We keep ourselves inside, and then should I heal him? No. Attack. And the poison. Yeah, poison expires this turn. So we'll do the poison smash. And it'll give us a little more breathing room on the timeline. Yeah, now how's our buff going? So he's the last one with the buff. So we want to refresh that. Yep, and now we can have him cross slash. Anybody? Yeah, he's kind of bad, so we'll use that to help him out. And I like that when you pick the heal, it automatically targets whoever is the lowest at the time. Always a good design decision. Have you attack? Yeah, you're out of TP now, so you just attack. Oh, the armor break's already gone. Okay. And this is his last turn, though. Yeah, we're way too far in, so. Okay, cool. Got a Grimoire Shard. Which I guess that's what that star thing is.
We did it. Now for the Opus Stone.
No!
Commander, Killian.
Opus Stone? What have they told you? Glenn, smash it! Stop, boy. That is no Opus Stone. It's not fueling anything. Don't listen to him. Go! Fools, the Grimoire. Huh? What's this light? Oh. That is direct a direct callback to Final Fantasy VI. This is the World of Ruin. They're doing the World of Ruin right there. So it's like lifting up into the sky. The continent's like lifting up into the sky. Oh. Was that like a nuke? Did we just like nuke the whole country? The beginning. We just got achievement for that. Valandis, a continent with a proud history of over 3,000 years. Once it was home to the magical city of Nysa, the center of magical teachings. But since its downfall, Valandis has been consumed by war. Okay, so Valandis is what appears to be a continent set between two other continents. Maybe there's something north of it, but it looks like something called the Free Cities, I'm guessing, right there on the southeast. And then something else on the kind of slightly northeast of it. For 6 generations, 3 kingdoms have been battling for domination. In the north, the kingdom of everlasting rain, Tern. Okay, so everything is in Valandis then. For the Free Cities, they don't have anything to do with this. I don't see Tern on the map, though. I see, like, Tormund? Warshin, maybe? Warnshin? Warnshu? Barn Sport? These are weird names. I don't see Tern on there. Or Terran? Maybe it's Terran? I don't see Terran on there. Okay, so Formand is Terran? The greatest harbor in all of Valandis, Farnsport, and this kingdom, Escania to the south. Farnsport. Yeah, Farnsport, we see that at the bottom, right there. So they're saying that, like, that thing that clearly says, like, Formand or something, that's Terran? Like, did they make the map and then change the name afterwards? Finally in the east, the proud nation of Gravos. Who just bounces in there. That's funny. In 806, the Seven Era, Terran conquered Gravos. Okay, so they're giving a history. So is the map going to update and show? I don't know. The map won't update. Yeah, the map. I guess, or are they going to explain that Terran became Tormund? After absorbing Gravos? No, that wouldn't make sense. Oh no, because that says Warren Shin or something, and they're saying that's Gravos. So neither of those places. So only Farnsport actually still has the correct name. They're gonna say that both of them had their names changed when Terran took over Gravos. A few days later, during an attempt to reconquer the lost territory, the greatest accident of the war occurred. A powerful explosion engulfed the eastern part of the continent. Tens of thousands of people died. Okay. Yeah, so we nuked the whole... Like, we nuked our fellow countrymen. But, I mean, so was this like an event that happened like long ago in the past? Like what we just did right now? Or did we just play like a historic event? It's interesting if that's the case. The weapon that could cause such destruction remained unknown, since none of the three kingdoms admitted to possess such a weapon. Fear finally drove the rulers to sign a peace treaty. This ended the war after 156 years. Wow. Or was that the 156th year of the war? Yeah, that's probably what they meant. Like, the war started 156 years earlier, and then when, like, the characters we were just following nuked the continent, they signed the peace treaty. In 807, 1 year after the signing of the treaty, a celebration was held in Farnsport to mark the anniversary. Okay, so the game takes place 1 year after... Like, 1 year later? It's not like ancient history, it's just like a year ago.
There he is, Rob. I was not mistaken. Look for yourself. Sitting right in the tree, close to Lady Parnella's route. I do see him, but maybe he just wants to get a good look at the parade. You wouldn't need a sword for that. Also, they are forbidden during the festivities. Are you sure that is a sword? I can hardly recognize it. Rob, as exemplary members of the City Watch, it is our most urgent task to pursue this. But we are supposed to guard the castle today, Princess. Her true identity is Princess Celestia Valkyria of Terran, sister to Prince Frederick. Shortly before the end of the war, she fled the castle to see more of the world, as well as her people's struggles, worries and hopes in order to become the better princess to them. After a chain of events, she ended up as a guard in the City Watch for Terran's enemy's kingdom. That's weird. I mean, like, is she a guard in the enemy's kingdom? Like, intentionally as like a spy? Or are you saying that the princess, like, you know, like became like a peasant, or like, you know, like, not peasant, like a common class, and so, you know, she needed to get a job? Because one of those two is more interesting than the other. Rob, don't call me that. Well, give me your... Rob! Sorry, Len. Heir to the house... Okay. Let's practice this one. Rearmeyer? Rearmeyer? Remir? E-I-E. Remeyer? Rearmeyer? Rearmeyer?
I'm gonna say Rear Mayer. That's how I'm gonna pronounce it because, I mean, that's a really like weird conjunction of letters there.
Heir to the house of Rear Mayer, Rob grew up as the ward of the Castle of Tormund.
Okay, so Tormund is the castle? So the country is Terran, but why would the castle... I mean, because the port city, like Farn's Port, yeah, that's the port city and the capital. But didn't they say that Terran was the capital and the country? Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, like the map layout, like, because they never mentioned Tormund in that little background they gave when they were showing the map. And we could only see that Tormund, that was Tormund, that was the northern country.
Heir to the house of Rearmeyer, Rob grew up as the ward in the castle of Tormund together with Len. Once he learned that she planned to flee the castle, he insisted on tagging along. Her well-being his highest priority.
Okay, so it seems like it's the spy thing is the most likely. It is a miracle that we have not yet been discovered. If anyone here finds out who I am. Anyway, let us make haste towards the west gate anon. I mean, let's
hurry?
Let's hurry to the west gate. Character progression 1. After defeating bosses or finishing special tasks, the party will gain Grimoire Shards. GS. Owning a Grimoire Shard is similar to a level up. You can use it to strengthen your characters. Gaining 1 Grimoire Shard allows all party members to make use of it. Okay. So our progression is broken up into action skills, passive skills, and stat boosters. So you need to prioritize what makes the most sense for you. And I'm guessing the learn 6 more skills above to unlock means that there's a tier below that of more action skills, passive skills, and stat boosters. You need to decide what combination of, I guess, 9 skills? Because we have 3 assigned there, and it says you need 6 more. So you need to learn 9 in order to move to the next tier. And there are 12 total, so... which 3 you don't want. You have to prioritize which 3 are the least useful to you, and not take those as you're going. Interesting that there's an HP up passive as well as in health points plus 15 stat booster. So you can specialize in resistances and human killer. Yeah, lend energy, I'm guessing, is so... whoever you want to be using skills, you can give your TP to that character. Making whoever takes that one someone who generally only attacks and defends. Doesn't use their energy. Oil Slash and Armor Break are both debuffs, and then Cross Dash is Cross Dash. But does she have the same skills as you know what? Like, so the guy who I thought was the main character, I don't actually know his name. I'm sure they must have said it, but I don't remember it. Like, does Len have the same skills as that dude? I see cross slash and armor break there. Interesting.
In the Learn Skill menu, 3 types of skills can be learned. Action skills can be used in battle by selecting and spending TP.
Yeah, that's worded improperly. Because by saying it that way, it makes it sound like skills are used in battle through the selection and spending of TP. Like the TP itself is the thing you're selecting.
Passive skills are automatically active in battle. Stat boosts raise a single stat of a character. While stat boosts are automatically added to your character's attributes and are permanently active, action and passive skills need to be equipped. This can be done in the Set Skill menu.
Yeah, so they're using kind of an offshoot of the Final Fantasy V, Final Fantasy Tactics job system.
You can use SP skill points in the Set Skills menu to level up your action and passive skills.
Okay, so that's what. Okay, so SP is for leveling up your skills, and Grimoire shards are for purchasing your skills. Okay.
By defeating enemies, you can receive SP every skill character.
I don't know why I thought that was a comma.
By defeating enemies, you can receive SP. Every skill a character has currently equipped will gain SP.
Okay, so you don't spend the SP. They gain SP. So all the skills are like materia. Got it.
Additionally, every character will accumulate SP that is placed into their own private pool. You may distribute freely to whatever skill available for a character.
Okay, so you have both. Nice. So that way, like if there's a skill that you want to use, but at the time it's not really beneficial to have it equipped, you can still keep leveling it up manually, like whenever like you feel you've accrued enough. That's nice. I like that. Okay. So let's see. Journal. I am sad. There's no phonetic there's something like there's no like glossary in the journal. I was hoping there would be. I would like to know how they feel these things are like these names and stuff are pronounced. So she uses a spear and a gambeson. Uses a bow and a plain shirt. So bows increase HP, TP, defense, and mind. And armor increases HP, defense, and mind. But no bonuses to TP. Yep. Spears increase magic and attack. Bows increase just attack. Understood. So we want to learn skills with each of these characters. Oh no, so she doesn't have his skill set. Are they saying the guy who was nuked is going to come back? Or did they give him like a stat list, like a skill list? Because like that was like something they created like while they were still playtesting and decided to just include that for fun. Hmm. So you need a total of 22 skills spent to get to this bottom tier here. Look at the passive skills she has. EP gain. Oh, do you gain TP when attacking? I didn't notice that. Lose TP, but attacks get stronger by 5%. So, like, do they mean that, like, using the attack action costs you 10 TP with this? Or, I mean, because 5% seems like a very low amount for the cost of 10 TP. She can get Machine Killer, magic up. You have Flying Killer and Machine Killer. You can have Doom Resistance, Wind Resistance, and Blind Resistance. You get a Close bonus. Lowers incoming damage by 10% when wearing this piece of equipment. So if you have it wear clothes instead of armor, there's a 10% damage reduction. Increase your TP by 10%. Save TP. 5% chance to execute a skill without paying a TP cost. I see. Gain TP after a kill. Counter TP regen. 30% chance to counter a single target physical attack with TP regen. It's very specific. Like, you have to know that the enemy, you know, like, you have to have a set precedent that the enemies you're fighting will normally do single target physical attacks for this to even be worth your time getting. 30% chance to counter a single target physical attack with buffing the stat by 10%. Like, same thing. Like, you know, like these are... These have a very specific condition that we'll have to see if it's common enough to be worth our time picking up. Gain TP after a kill. Like, you know, like, this is a guaranteed thing. You know, like, we can make sure that she's the one killing things to get her TP back. So there's value in this, not so much in these. Close bonus, that one might be worth getting. Like, save TP, like, you know, like, the chance of it happening seemed too low to invest in. Ultra move up. Ultra moves are more efficient. More efficient. I mean, those are the ones that, like, reset your overdrive bar, right? So how can it be more efficient? I mean, does it not reset the bar? Like, does it just use up a portion? Like, you know, does it only move you back, like, maybe a little more than whatever is set as the current overdrive reducer? Like, whatever that one does at the time? Heavy Strike has 50% chance of triggering this ailment on hit. Is the ailment heavy? Enemies take 1 turn longer to apply this ailment for the first time. What? Enemies take 1 turn longer to apply this ailment for the first time. So does this mean if an enemy was to attempt to use this, then they would fail the first time they attempted it? And then you would lose your resistance, and the next time they tried it, they'd be able to do it. Is that what that means? So, like, you don't have actual resistance, you just have, like, a guaranteed failure of that status being applied the first time. Not sure I like that. Wind resistance raises resistance against this element. See, we can rely on this. This reduces that element, damage from that element. That's worth getting. But blind and doom resistance, like it. I mean, because like I'm not saying that it won't be useful. I mean, because there's obviously, like, if there's an enemy, like an enemy type that always casts doom at the start of combat, and that you can kill them before the next time their turn comes up, then obviously that's great value. Same with blind resistance. But like we would have to see that as the behavior of those particular enemies. Yeah. Does 10% more damage against the killers, do 10% more damage. And the proper resistances reduced by 15%. Now the 22 that we want to get will definitely include Killer, the wind resistance, the TP up. Heavy Strike, I don't know what this is. I don't know what heavy is. Butcher move up, like we don't know how efficient butcher moves are to begin with, so can't say that. I don't like this one. Yeah, so out of this whole thing, I don't think I'm going to grab any of the passives from this tier. I would just focus on grabbing all of these. Once we have 6 more, yeah, so it's 9 per tier. So we will have, well, I mean, no, not necessarily. Because we just need, we need to grab 6 more from here to get 2 here. But we don't have to spend 9 in this tier in order to get to here. So we can get Wind Thrust, all of these. Flying Killer. And that'll give us access to this. And then we grab all of these, all of these, and then Wind Resistance, or TP up, the 2. That'll get us to this set. And here, get TP after kill, close bonus, probably all of these. By this point, has there been any critical stuff? Doesn't look like it. I don't know if it's worth it to go after a critical here. Skill-wise, he's looking at magic, 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 magic. Cleanse removes target's buffs. Third Eye raises damage of the next move by 125%, but lowers user's defense and mind by 25%. A physical attack dealing 1 times damage deals 2 times if the enemy is inflicted with poison. Like, this should be further up. Like, the fact that everything prior to this tier is all magic, then the first time something physical shows up is all the way down here. Yeah, that should be further up. He has a store user's TP. Huh. She spends 5 TP to restore 80 TP. Here's another physical attack. Consume all TP. Next 3 magic attacks do 80% more damage. What? Now, unless there's someone else... Oh, no, this is a self one. Unless there's someone who has a skill that restores another party... Well, actually, no. We did see that there was, like, one where... Like, when they were showing us a tutorial for this, we saw that there is someone who has a skill that gifts their TP. So we'd have to pair that character and her so that she does this, then they gift her their TP so that she can do more damage with her magic attacks. And it's hard to say, like, if it's worth it to... to work on her attack at all. I think it's probably more beneficial to focus on just buffing her magic and her tech points. And her HP, obviously. So in this tier, we would grab these two, these 3, which puts us 2 short. Here we'd have all of these, all of these. Wouldn't be grabbing any of these currently. We have all of those. The tech points, the magic, the health points. Flying killer, the TP, and the wind resistance. $10 for here, $8 for here. Yeah, so we'd be 2 points short of being able to get from this tier to that tier. So then, I guess we grab the attack +4 and the weakness pierce. In order to get down here. But our goals would be... Well, actually, so here's the thing. We don't know how many... Actually, I guess we can check that. Set skills. Class action. Character action. Passives. We have class passives, which we don't know what those are yet. And we have 3 slots for... So I'm guessing like these we won't be able to change, and these we will. We can only have 3 at a time. So if you can only set 3 passives at a time... then we actually, like, you don't really need to prioritize passives at all, really. Basically, like, always just grab these last in order to like try out different things. So we grab this, all of these. But no, like I said, we're not going to grab attack. So we'll grab this, everything but attack from here. Flying Killer and TP up. Then we get here, we grab all of these, we grab all of these. We grab Wood Resistance to get down to here. Grab these, we grab these. And like, actually, honestly, like this is the tier where for the first time we would actually want to grab the passive first, because the rest of these, there's no like real rush on those. Yeah, because I mean, like if we're running into a lot of enemies that deal with resistance, I mean, deal wind damage, then obviously we want to grab that. But without knowing we need to fight a lot of enemies that deal wind damage, we don't know that we need this. If we're fighting a lot of flying enemies, then obviously we'd want to get this, but we don't know we're going to be fighting a lot of flying enemies. Flying a lot of enemies that do these, you know. Again, like these are like they're so situational. You know, just it doesn't make sense to choose them over the other stuff. But yeah. Let us see the other guy. He does poison, powder, pandemic. Red targets poison to all enemies. Costs more than doing that, huh? Feels wasteful. He has explosive trap, which inflicts 0.5 times physical damage to an enemy who attacks the target. So you pick. So if there's a tank, if there's any tank characters in this game that can direct aggro to themselves, then this is a great character to pair them with. Water resistance, counter cure. Put in a chance to counter a single target physical attack by curing a random ailment. I mean, he already has it, so there's nothing to do about that. Raise agility, damage against beasts. Mind. Cures all status ailments. Quick paralyze. Charges attack to deal more damage. Inflict silence. Ailment trap. Leg shot. Deals poison and paralyze. Quick toxic. Why the mind? So I'm just going to go and assume that mind is only a defensive stat. It doesn't actually affect anything else, because if... Yeah, just mind again here. Yeah, because he doesn't have any actual healing abilities. So it would be entirely a defensive reason to go grab these. Definitely want to get him attack up. Heals weakness damage and additional... Just weakness damage. Item drops. TP sacrifice. TP, but attacks get stronger. Yeah, until I saw this one, I had forgotten that you can level these up. So, even though it says you lose 10 TP to increase attacks by 5%, even though like that seems like a crappy bonus, if you can level it up, then that might be really good. I mean, depending on how high you can get these things. SOS HP regen, so when he gets to low health, 15%. Okay, like you heal for 50%. Okay. But under 25%. Okay, that's more fair. Because he has more killers than she does. Does he have more options for increasing crit? No. Everybody only gets one crit chance increase. It costs 40, but you can only do it once per battle. It only lasts for 2 turns. Hmm. Okay. And do one for both of them. I like explosive trap, so we're gonna grab that for him first. Oh, nice. Cool. Get her wind thrust to go with her fire and water thrust. I mean, stat-wise, what are you looking at here? She has 111 TP. He has 105 TP. So she already has more TP than he does. He has higher attack than she does. He has higher magic. Yeah, so leaning into her magic seems to be the better option. Although HP-wise, what are they at? 83 and 73. She has the higher HP already. And so I'll have her grab her magic +2 first. Wow. Is that random? Like this, do the bonuses you get, like, are these random? Or these like, is this like Fire Emblem rules? Like every level, you can have like a crap up, like a crap level up, where like only one thing goes up. Or you can have an amazing one where everything goes up like this. Yeah, so now she has 30 magic. That is fantastic. Okay, we can see their base crit there also. So she would have 10% base if, so everybody has 5% base. Yeah, so flipping a page, I guess, does something later. The crystal slots. Wonder what those are going to do. Yeah, sorry for spending so much time doing this. It's just, you know, this is the stuff that I play RPGs for. Okay, so he has counter cure. She doesn't have anything to invest in at the moment. Yeah, they don't have any SP at all. Okay. So we're as good as we're going to be for now. We can climb down from there. There's nothing up here to mess with. I like the parallax here. Very nice parallax. Okay, we can check that house. We can't talk to you. No secret back here. Climb up there. From there. We can't walk in here. Yeah, so we can only walk into places that have the arrow on it. So that's what that tutorial... That was the reason that they had that at the beginning. Was to imprint that so we know that we can't bother walking in here. Yep. Although, like, you shouldn't let people walk, you know, like, go through the trouble of running all the way over here to walk up like that if there isn't something to do here. Go walk in here. Hello there, fellow countrymen. I am not a spy. I'm baking pastries to sell to the people. You want to know the secret ingredient? It's wood. You don't believe me? Whiskey gets its flavor from wooden barrels as well. And don't forget, Prescon cheese pressed through wood. I use it as flour for the pastries. Oh my goodness. You're feeding people sawdust. You're going to jail, buddy. Although I guess it depends on like how it's bound, I suppose. Oh, no. It's the treatment of the wood prior to sending it down. Like if it is... Like if the wood is treated in a way where it wouldn't... Like, you know, like formaldehyde or anything was used on the wood to make like corkboard or... You know, anything like that. Then I suppose, like, you know, you would be able to digest it. I don't know if that's really a thing. I've never heard of using sawdust as, as flour before, but I suppose, like, depending on how the wood is processed, it might be usable like that. Can't talk to you guys. Yep, love that parallax. Cursed feast? Is something the matter? Oh, it's you two. I'm just so very disappointed by this view. All of this is so wrong. What do you mean? 6 generations. That's how long this war lasted. I'm 72 years old, and even my great-grandfather was born during this war. This country has known nothing but hatred and pain for a very long time. But yet, look at how forgetful these people are. They cheer their fellow countrymen's murderers. If forgiveness is the price for their dream of peace, they seem willing to pay it. People have paid higher costs for their dreams. After all this happened during the war, forgiveness is not a cheap price to pay, Len. But this might be something only we elderly can understand. I'm sorry. Ignore the ramblings of an old man.
Len! If it isn't the greatest pilot in all of Ascania. This is the first time I've seen you in fancy uniform. Terrible, isn't it? Len, our child was born this morning. It's a girl. The most beautiful girl in the world. That is wonderful. How's Gabriella? Excellent. Only because of you. They are both doing well. If you hadn't brought us the medicine. I gladly pass on thanks to my grandmother. She knew a lot about medicines. It must have been fate. Her name is Aurelia. It is an old Bachian word for peace. My first daughter was born during the war, but Aurelia has a chance to experience a time of peace. The horrors of war shall remain unknown to her, and I'll do everything to keep it that way. Ro, remember, you saved the lives of my wife and daughter. I'm forever in your debt.
There you are, Rao. Lady Elenia would like to meet our most famous pilot. Follow me.
Oh, well, obligations. If it benefits peace, I shall even act as a showman. Until then...
Hello there. Huh. So... Like, I was assuming they were like lizard men, but with the ears, are they like some kind of like kangaroo men? Maybe? Yeah, they kind of look like a bang. Like if you played... I mean, that guy definitely looks like Lizard Man down there with the hat on. Like if you ever played Final Fantasy 12 or the Final Fantasy Tactics Advance games, like he looks like a... Like this one looks like a Banga. Which I guess is kind of like a Lizard Man. Pawnsport isn't called the Dancing City for nothing. Long live our freedom! Doggy. Hello, doggy. Doggo, I'm gonna pet you. I'm gonna pet the doggo. Yes. We have pet the doggo. All is as it should be. Is that a robot drummer? Or an ant drummer? I don't know. In the crowd, we're seeing kind of like a... Maybe like a rat dude? I'm not sure what these guys are. Okay, so... Maybe like a possum? Like they're like possum people? Yeah, because the flautist and the guitarist both seem to be human. And I'm thinking the singer is human. But that's one heck of a mohawk. Oh yeah, that's the beat. The cabs are practically away from get point A to point B. Barnsport is huge after all. No secret hidden thing there. We want to go that way, but for now, we'll head down. What is this? Is this the cab service you were just talking about? Oh, he's just looking this way? Yep. Okay. Hey, look at this guy. Big pig dude. Nice. I always like when developers do this, like, because too often, like, when you're making a sprite-based game, like, you fall into templates. Like, you know, like, because the like the sprite template that we used is this size. Everything, no matter what the race is about this size. So you very rarely get to see sprites, you know, like used and in the world that are larger than your base sprite model. So, you know, so I always like seeing sprites like this.
Do you want to leave the city?
Not yet. Oh, we can go into this house here. I'm here to take your stuff. I'm a hero, you know. It's what we do. The war lasted for 150 years. Now only 1 year has passed since the peace treaty, and everyone here seems to have forgotten the atrocities of Terran. Hello, cat. I shall pet you. We gave the cat scritches. Boy. My husband... wounds? Oh, my husband's wounds. Okay. For some reason, the apostrophe S didn't register in my brain, and I was like, my husband wounds? I didn't know you could use wounds like that. My husband's wounds from the war have not yet healed, yet the former enemy is already celebrated within our own walls. How can the Chancellor allow this? Where's your husband, though? You guys stay in different rooms? I mean, if he's injured, then... shouldn't he be here with you? Or are you the one home? And why is this your home? What is up with this place? You know, because from the upstairs layout, like normally this, you would expect this is like an inn. But this isn't an inn. This is somebody's house. Weird. We should take the cab. It's faster. Huh. They use the same... He's holding... We can't talk to this one. You can see that, like, it looks like he's either holding... Like, he's like holding something he's eating, or he's holding a ticket. And tapping his finger there. Is the other one doing that as well, or... And the one that we talked to... Yeah, so same thing. So it's either holding a ticket or he's eating something. Yeah, that's kind of lazy though. Like, even though I like that they have the big sprite, like, it's kind of lazy that they use the same one for both sides. Unless it's the same guy. And like, he's just like kind of like that space behind him. There's like, you know, he like runs from this side to the other side when someone comes down. So from where they were, they could see someone outside of the city? They could see that someone had a sword outside of the city. They weren't like looking at someone in like the parade ground or anything. They're looking at someone outside of the city. That's weird.